Hello again, I'm Michael Beckemeyer with Mindful Meditations for Calm the Bleep Down, a show where each and every episode we bring you a brand new 10 to 15 minute meditation. Today, we are going to solve all of our procrastination problems. Let's get started. As always, we begin each episode with a mindfulness quote so we can head into our meditation with some sort of intent. And today's quote comes from Thich Nhat Hanh. It reads, "The feeling that any task is a nuisance will soon disappear if it is done in mindfulness." That quote automatically reminds me of another quote or another concept from Dr. Stephen Covey, which is something I've latched onto for a long time. And his this particular concept was fast is slow and slow is fast. And to me, it speaks to if you take the time to do something right the first time, over time, you can do that thing faster. But if you rush something at the beginning, very often you will hit roadblocks down the road and it will slow you down because you have to fix the thing that you didn't take into account the first time. So very often starting something is annoying, it is time consuming, it seems boring because you just want to get to the good stuff. But setting things up right at the beginning definitely streamlines things in the end, but also doing things that we don't really want to do is part of life. Nobody wants to get up and go to work every single day. Even people that love their jobs, like with all their heart, not every day want to get up and go to work, but taking care of the everyday tasks that seem to be sort of a nuisance, if you do them mindfully and like, I'm going to decide to do this, because it needs to be done, as opposed to feeling forced to do those things, is actually very liberating, I think. In what little success I've had in this in my own personal life, I feel better. Just think about how much better you feel after you cut the grass. Maybe not during, maybe not, especially in Florida heat, which is what we have here. Or after you fold the laundry or clean the house or do things that you just have to do that are just right. You just have to do the dishes, but it feels better after you've done them. So if you head into that knowing that it's going to make you feel better, mindfully doing that thing, noticing where your negative thought patterns are rising up and squashing them because you know in the long run, it's going to be better for you to do this thing, whatever it is. Maybe it's eating healthier, maybe it's quitting smoking, maybe it's, exercising more, any of those things. That heading into it mindfully, knowing that in the long run, this will be better for me. This will make me feel better. You start with that intent and it leads into more benefits in the long run. And then it sort of compounds over time. Like you start to feel good about not that you did it today, but that you did it yesterday. So now when you head into today's task, you're like, oh, well, this is starting to snowball. I feel a lot better. It's so much better for us to do that than to drag our feet with things. It's just the truth. It's an inconvenient truth sometimes because a lot of times you just want to sit in there and be lazy and watch TV. So anyway, that's what we're going to meditate on today. As always, you just can find yourself in a comfortable spot. You can either sit down or lie down. Mindfulness is deceptively simple, which means it's technically hard sometimes. But I have found that meditation has really helped develop my daily mindfulness for my own self. I notice things that are happening for myself or to myself or that I am doing to myself, or little feelings that arise up. If you just takes your self-practice of like watching your breath, watching your thoughts sort of drift by in meditation. You soon notice that outside of your meditation, those same things are happening in your daily life, but you have to, It's easier if you practice that. It's called a practice in meditation. You practice it. You just mindfully notice when your mind has drifted, and then you're going through your day, sitting in traffic or sitting at your desk, and you realize that your mind has drifted off into somewhere that's completely unproductive. But that comes from practicing it in meditation. So again, that's what we're going to do. So go ahead and find yourself comfortable. Comfortable spot, close your eyes. You can sit down or lie down. And today we're just going to watch our breath. So we're going to take some long, slow, deep breaths in, lengthen our breath, and as we exhale, I just want you to start to imagine yourself becoming heavier and heavier with relaxation, sinking into your cushion or seat with each exhale. And I want you to just practice some deliberate breathing. Just watch yourself breathe. I know it's an odd thing to say or to think about, to watch yourself breathing, but you're just going to observe your breath in and out. And in, combined with that, you're going to watch your thoughts. So when your thoughts drift in and drift out, you're just going to, instead of getting swept away by them, you're going to watch the thought, witness the thought, observe the thought, and then go back to your breath. I heard a good analogy on something recently about thoughts as traffic. When we are looking at traffic from far above, it looks nice and slow and peaceful, and the traffic is drifting by. But the closer we get to that traffic, maybe we're standing on the side of the road as cars are flying by. Those cars are so much more like abrupt and disruptive and like loud and disruptive. Our thoughts are very much the same way. If we can distance ourselves from them and just observe them and watch them go by, they aren't as disruptive as they are when we are like right in the moment with them, letting them, like they're sort of screaming at us, like, look at me, look at me, look at me. So we're going to try to practice distancing ourselves from that and just watching them float by. We're going to do that by concentrating on breath. So lengthening the breaths in and out, in and out. Just stay with your breath. And when your mind inevitably wanders, just notice and gently come back to your breath. Over and over and over again, that is mindful meditation. That is just as much the point as any other element of meditation, is noticing when your mind has wandered. So many people think they can't meditate because their mind is so busy. But if you've noticed your mind has wandered, that's the point. Noticing, coming back to the breath. A few more seconds, notice, come back to the breath. So just spend some time with your breath here for a few more moments. So many of our daily tasks pile up. We put them off because they're not a whole lot of fun, because we want some downtime. We avoid even the difficult tasks, maybe having a difficult conversation with someone that you're sort of dreading. I've personally found that the dread of the conversation or the difficult thing is more stressful than the thing itself sometimes, because we put it off for so long. It builds up so much power over you in your mind. It becomes this giant monster. And really, the way to defeat the monster is to acknowledge it, handle it, get it over with, and move on. I'm sure we all have things like that in our lives. I can think of a handful of things right now as I'm talking to you for my own self. Just procrastinating them only makes them bigger and more powerful over us. And it's more and more becomes part of the memorized self that we've been talking about in other recent videos. Just by acknowledging the thing instead of avoiding the thing, we remove so much of its power over us. And by striking that thing off your list of things to do completely diminishes any stress, anxiety, worry that you had over the thing, because it's done, whatever it is. Mindfully approaching our daily tasks or the tasks of our life, things that we have been avoiding maybe for years, begin to fade away the moment we face them, the moment we handle them, begin taking care of them, and create so much more room in our minds and in our hearts and bodies to take on other tasks that might be more productive for us, that might serve us better, like achieving a goal or starting a project. So much more mental energy can be spent on those things by acknowledging those procrastinated monsters that we've been avoiding. So maybe in the last few moments here, just maybe acknowledge something that you've been procrastinating or avoiding. Maybe make a little shift, a little energy shift on the inside, where you decide to handle that thing. Get it off your plate. Because ultimately we're just trying to be happy, to live a happy life. And we actually cause so much of our own suffering by avoiding, procrastinating, pretending not to know the things that we know deep down inside. So much of our suffering can be removed just by acknowledging things that we have, placed upon our own selves for years and years of our own life. So maybe pick something today going to face head on. Maybe it's a little thing. Start small if you need to. Last few remaining seconds. Just take one more mindful breath in. Pay attention to how this makes you feel. And exhale. That stillness, this present moment. Remember this feeling. Remember this feeling. When you're ready, you can open your eyes. I hope this meditation was helpful for you. If you are getting anything out of these meditations from our YouTube channel, you could do us a favor and click like, share, comment, subscribe to our channel. And if you would like to find out even more about us, you can go to our website at calmthebleepdownshow.com, where you can subscribe to our podcast, the YouTube channel, follow us on social media, send us an email, any of those things. Once again, I'm Michael Beckemeyer, your host, reminding you to please calm the bleep down. We'll see you again soon. Namaste.